Hello and welcome back. I want to show y'all something before I get started. This is my eBay packing material room in South Carolina. I have foam. This is really good stuff. If you can ever get your hands on this stuff, get it. My boxes for empty boxes for making boxes. Bag of bubble wrap. Our yard sale tables. Yard sale canopy. Bubble wrap is under here. Foam. This works really good with glassware. I have a few flat rate boxes, tape. The envelopes up there. And what I wanted to show y'all was this beautiful chunk of cardboard I got today. Look at this. I'm gonna turn it sideways too. I was so excited when I got this. And let me explain. A recliner came in this. And I'm 5'7" tall. And this is probably 2 inches taller than I am. So this is a massive piece of cardboard. And the reason being is you'll have to overlook my mess. We are packing to leave South Carolina to head back to Virginia. And I had a gentleman message me off Facebook, and because I'd made a comment about how to do pamphlets, and then I commented about doing newspaper. So he said that he sells some newspapers and he wants to know how I do mine. So this is in response to his inquiry. I've got too much going on at one time, if you can tell. Okay, what I do is, and we're going to pretend here like we're 5-year-olds again. If I can get my camera to point in the right direction here, excuse me. So let's pretend like we're 5 years old again. And say, I don't know, this notebook of paperwork I got from the emergency room Monday is a newspaper. So what I do, the best way to do newspapers is this. I'll take, say this is a newspaper, and we'll set it here. Gotta make sure the camera's at the right angle. Okay, I got it. Now you want to leave a little bit of room around the edges, because what you're going to do is you're going to fold this like this. And then all I do is I cut along the edge, and then you want to have about, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, you want to have at least 2 inches on the edges outside of here. But when you put your paper on here, go against one fold, and then another crease here, come in 2 inches here, be against this fold here, and then make sure your edges are down, and then just fold this over and double check your edges of your paper and fold this on down. And then you go along 2 inches here, just eyeball it and fold it up, and then if it's good, then you just take your scissors and you cut it through here. I'm not going to cut it all the way, I'm just showing for example. And then cut this, and then go back up here and leave 2 inches on the top and cut around this. So then, again, we're going to pretend I'm going to take this out so I don't drop it. So then, we're going to pretend that this is folded. Okay. What I do is I'll take a piece of this and cut it off and put an extra piece of that and tape it on here, but this is going to go this way. So you've got the veins in the cardboard are running up and down. So then when you put this on, it's going to have veins running this way. So it's going to keep this more sturdy. And that way when it's being shipped, the veins won't get bent like that. This will keep this from doing this. And then all you do is just take your tape And I like to go across the edge. I know this isn't the right one, like that. And then I go long ways against it. And then once I get done, then I'll just go around it a few times and back this way. And then I'll write on it, do not bend papers or photos. Do not bend photos on both sides. And that's it. That's what I do. Even like pamphlets, say for example, I know this isn't a pamphlet, but just say it was. I don't like to, even if it's just 50 cents to send a pamphlet in an envelope, I don't like to do that. I still like to do it this way. Reason is because I have got stuff in the mail, and the sorters at the post office has like bunched the envelope up. I'm always the type person, I'd rather be safe than sorry, because I like to think about the process that stuff like that goes through before it reaches the customer. So I'd rather do this and spend a little bit more money and be careful and have a happy customer than try to cheap out with just a regular envelope and 50 cents and have an unhappy customer. You're having to refund the customer the money, and you're going to get negative feedback. So I'd rather do this to be happy, because technically when a customer leaves feedback on eBay, and I want to clarify this because someone had made a negative comment about me making boxes, which we have sold over 2,000 items on eBay, never have had the first negative comment, neutral comment, or anything about our package. So it works. And it saves me and it saves the customer money. This is just one way, because we don't sell the same thing all the time. We never do, unless we buy like a box of something in bulk, and then we win. But I'm not going to spend money buying boxes when I can do it this way, and I can save full circle. And that's what I'm all about, is saving me money and the customer money. So, but this is just an easy way of getting this. I mean, when a customer leaves feedback, they're not leaving feedback on the packing itself. They're leaving the feedback on the description, the time you got it delivered in, and something else I can't even remember. I just give them 5 stars and go on with it. I know how it is to be a seller. So, but you're not leaving feedback on the packing itself. If this item gets to me undamaged, that's all that matters. Undamaged, and then the time frame that's quoted, that's all that matters, and that's all you're leaving feedback on. So keep that in mind. But this is how I do my newspapers and anything flat, even on books. That's how I do it. With books, I'll, depending on how thick the cardboard is, I'll go along and score it with my scissors like that, and then bend it. Of course, I didn't do it here, but I'll just bend it and make this the edge of the box. But where I got my big piece of cardboard at was at a furniture store. They had a great big old huge pile of the boxes already up, sitting behind the furniture company. So today my husband and I went to town, and I saw it back there, and I was like, look, that's cardboard heaven for me. So I stopped at the store, and they said, sure, we got a bunch of other cardboard and packing material back here. And I was like, what? So they took me to the back of the store. I got about 10 of those boxes. I got some thin and some heavy duty. And the reason why I got the heavy duty is for glass fragile items. Keep that in mind. You don't want cheap thin boxes for glass or fragile items. And they had this foam stuff like this, but it had a plastic cover on it. So I got a bunch of that stuff too. I mean, I've got it in the other room, and it's a complete disaster. It looks like the foam company that makes that stuff has exploded in the other room. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and cut it and just fold it and make layers out of it and just stack it in the closet. Another thing too that you need to be aware of when you're keeping cardboard is you want to be able to turn the cardboard fast, because roaches do love cardboard. So do be aware of that. We do not have roaches in our house because I do not keep a lot of that stored in the house. When I need cardboard, when I'm getting low, I'll go to the building and get it out and bring it in. And I keep doing that. But when you bring it from outside in, check it. Check it. And even then, I will lay it on my banisters and just let it air out. But I've never had any problems with it or anything. But that, so to the guy that was asking about how I do the newspapers and stuff, that's how I do it. And what happened was we got a vintage dresser at an auction. Well, actually it was antique now that I think about it. It had 2 drawers full of old newspapers from 1903. So I just put them on eBay because I didn't think they would sell, and they did. They sold like hotcakes. So when I went to the store, I was like, well, shoot, how in the world do I fold this? So the newspapers were just folded in half once, like you usually get them. And I didn't want to fold them again because that makes another crease and another little small hole in the newspaper. So I was like, you know, I need to find a bigger piece of cardboard. So back in Virginia is when I sold them. And I called the refrigerator or appliance company down there, and the guy that owns it says, sure, you know, come and get what we have. So that was big, heavy-duty cardboard, but it was heavy, and it made it go from medium mail to priority mail. So, but I had to do priority mail because of the insurance on it, because some of them sold for more than $50. But you know, that's why I say if you do the lighter cardboard and do the veins up and down and then take a piece off and go across, that will give it more what I call durability. You don't want to take boxes and piece them together because it's just not going to work. But for now, that's all. Just, you know, get a small vlog about that. And I know I haven't been putting any eBay stuff on. We really haven't been doing much eBay unless it's just a few pieces here and there. We've been working on the house. Just a little bit of everything's been going on. Hopefully when we get back to Virginia, everything's going to slow down. I am going to plan on having at least one eBay listing live stream once every 2 weeks. I might do, depending on what I sell, I might do a couple live streams showing me pack the items. And if you'll comment under here, if you'll comment and just say I'm interested or whatever, if you comment something, yes, I'd like to, or I'm interested or something, I'd like to have what's called a Google Hangout. And what it is, I will be able to invite people to be on the live stream with me to where we can talk back and forth and see each other if you want. You don't have to. You can block your camera off. But then you'll be able to talk to me just like we're sitting on the telephone talking or sitting in the room talking to each other. I know there's one lady, she is a loyal follower to us, and I'm pretty sure she comments on almost everything. She will definitely be on, she'll definitely get the first invite. So if you're interested in being on the panel to where, you know, we can watch the side chat and answer other people's questions, just comment below and just say I'm interested or something. So we're getting a heck of a thunderstorm outside. I'm going to turn this off. I've been really sick since Monday, as you can tell from my eyes. I've been very sick. I had a gastritis attack, was in a hospital. So I'm going to end this here and go get cooled off and relax for a while. But thank you for being a loyal watcher and subscriber, and I hope to get things up and running better than what I have. And I do apologize. I'm sorry. Thank y'all for watching.